They say that Mexico is like a beautiful woman who speaks first to the heart. I have seen your shores and your blue waters and your mountains sloping to the sea. I have seen the gentle grace of your towns and the splendor of your ancient heritage. I am haunted by the music of your fountains, the beauty of your many flowers, the elegance of your cities. What is this spell you cast, enchantress? From every country, people come to Mexico. By air, by train, and by highway. All roads lead to Mexico City, a city of contemporary magnificence, wide boulevards, European luxury, the oldest city in North America, an international metropolis. Over 4 million people live here on this high plateau in south-central Mexico, where Tenochtitlan, the Aztec city, once stood in all its glory. It is said that this famous cathedral occupies the site of the great Aztec temple destroyed by Cortez in his siege of the city. The University of Mexico is the oldest on the North American continent and one of the most beautiful in the world. Montezuma, ruler of the Aztecs, maintained his luxurious summer home here at lovely Chapultepec Park. It's a popular spot, especially on Sundays, when a holiday mood prevails. The high hill that was Montezuma's is crowned with another royal residence, the former palace of Emperor Maximilian and the lovely Carlotta, doomed to a short reign and tragedy. Many a regal carriage entered here. Atop the palace were Maximilian's private quarters, where statesmen gathered. The palace is a museum now, including an extraordinary mural depicting the story of Mexico's Revolution, the Spanish Inquisition, the long, bitter campaign for independence, and ultimate victory. Mexico's valiant history is immortalized by many monuments in the capital city. The great monument to independence soars over La Avenida de la Reforma, where schoolboys come to honor national heroes. Mexico's flower markets remind visitors of those of Paris. The markets are open all night, for who knows at what hour one may need flowers. Near Mexico City is Xochimilco, place where flowers grow. These are the floating gardens, where colorful gondolas glide through canals built by the Aztecs. The charros, gallant and gay, swift and bold. This is the Mexican version of the rodeo. Charros are from families of social standing, and expert horsemanship is a prerequisite. This is the twisting of the bull's tail. the charitas, little dynamos on horseback. They are superb riders at an early age, trained by experts. When these little beauties are older, they'll accompany the charros in a lavish ball in spectacular parade. Ole, the bulls! Every Sunday afternoon, the stands are crowded with aficionados. The bullfights are a heritage from ancient Spain. The costumes, every detail of procedure, follow an ancient code of tradition. Each bull is tested to learn how he hooks his horns. Adventure is everywhere in Mexico. An unforgettable experience is a face-to-face encounter with the mystery and grandeur of Mexico's ancient past. Throughout central and southern Mexico and eastward into Yucatan are vast, awe-inspiring ceremonial centers, remnants of a civilization that began over 3,000 years ago. Here at the pyramids of the sun and the moon near Mexico City, visitors marvel at the construction of these temples, all built by craftsmen without the knowledge of metal tools. Stone, carved with stone. As you walk about, you feel an unseen presence. Farther north is Tula, capital of the ancient Toltec Empire. Atop the pyramid, giant warriors gaze into the infinity of time. What do they remember? Speak, stranger. Southeast, deep in the green mountains near Oaxaca, the ruins of Monte Alban brood in lonely dignity. What ancient rites, what mysterious ceremonies, what solemn processions occurred here. The centuries dissolve. At the shrine of Guadalupe in Mexico City, on the 12th day of each December, pilgrims from all over the country come to pay homage to Mexico's patron saint. These dances have deep religious significance. They are acts of thanksgiving to the Virgin of Guadalupe for answers to prayer. These ancient dances are encouraged by the church as an important part of Mexico's cultural heritage. Nobody knows how far back into time these dances originated. The drums speak. The strings chant. The rhythm never ceases. And the blood of the ancients rises again. Time flows by. The hours, the weeks, blend into a pattern of day-to-day life and work to be done. Wherever clear water runs in rural Mexico, women gather to wash their clothes. Duties are learned early. The family relationship is close. Farm chores are the same everywhere. Skills are passed from parent to child. Mother weaves the basket, daughter braids the handle. Mexico has many moods. Summertime brings showers. Far north of Mexico City, close to the border, is Mexico's industrial giant, Monterrey. This is a busy city. Many visitors come for business and for pleasure. Monterrey is attractive, modern, prosperous, with a varied and booming industry. Tourists especially enjoy Saddle Mountain, where cable cars soar over the valley and skim up the mountainside. Just south of the city, beautiful Horsetail Falls cascades down the mountain. Between Monterrey and Mexico City is the Independence Country, in Mexico's heartland, where the revolution was born. Artists love this area, particularly San Miguel de Allende, home of an artist colony. Many tourists make Mexico City their headquarters for side trips. Who can resist Cusco? This old silver mining town, only a few hours' drive south of the capital, is one of the most picturesque spots in Mexico. Indians were mining silver here when Cortez came in the 16th century. The entire town is preserved as a monument of Spanish colonial architecture. Cobblestone streets wind down the mountainside to the plaza. Cusco's regal old church has inspired artists and worshipers for centuries. Opulent Acapulco, southward from Cusco. It's the most famous of Mexico's resorts on the Pacific, beloved for its blue, blue sea. Magnificent beaches, enjoyed by all the family. Gay sidewalk shops. And many luxurious hotels overlooking the bay. Delightful accommodations in a tropical setting. An overnight train ride from Mexico City through the mountains to Oaxaca provides an intimate look at some of the most beautiful and interesting countryside in Mexico. The snow-clad volcanic peaks of Popo, the Smoking Mountain, and Itzla, the Sleeping Woman, rise over 17,000 feet. Usually, they're concealed by clouds. Today, they reveal their splendor. High in the remote valley, encircled by range after range of mountains, is Oaxaca, birthplace of a Zapotec Indian who became one of Mexico's most beloved presidents. Work is in progress to restore the great man's boyhood home. The boy who grew up to become president must have picked limes from a tree like this times. From these people he came to achieve international respect as a leader and a statesman, and to be known as the Abraham Lincoln of Mexico, Benito Juarez. Much of rural Mexico is Indian and fascinating to visit. In central Mexico, a small town celebrates a fiesta in honor of the city's patron saint. The Indians have come from many distant valleys, bringing gifts in homage. The ceremonies and dances reflect Mexico's tumultuous history. The folk dances of Mexico are even more delightful when performed by children on a holiday. Buses go everywhere. A trip through rural Mexico is always intriguing, with the contrast of the old and the new. A father and daughter make rope from the fibers of the maguey plant. West of Mexico City, on the way to Guadalajara, one may take a side trip south to the beguiling city of Uruapan, famous for its lovely woodland park, and an unusual fountain. The mural depicts Mexico's traditional dance of the old men, which is said to have originated in nearby Pátzcuaro. This humorous dance is performed by firelight on rare occasions for lucky tourists in Pátzcuaro. The masks, the hats, all details of costume remain unchanged through the centuries. The theme of the dance is that one is never too old for love. Orchids by the bucketful for a few cents. The fabulous Indian market of Pátzcuaro. They've come from the mountains and the nearby lake to buy and to sell, as people do everywhere. These are the proud Tarascans. Roasted corn on the cob is a delicacy throughout Mexico. With a bit of lime juice and more than a dash of sauce. A family returns from the market to their island home. The fishing village on the tiny island of Janitzio resembles those of the Mediterranean. A great stone figure of Morelos looks down upon the red tile roofs on the hillside. Fishermen count their wealth in fishing nets. This young fellow is making his. Pátzcuaro means place of delights. A strange magic is always there, in the silence and cool breath from the water. Fishermen use butterfly-shaped nets in the manner of their ancestors. These men spend their lives upon the lake, as their fathers did before them. Westward is the queenly city of Guadalajara, with its ornately carved government buildings, so typical of Mexico. The fountains and flowers reflect the Mexican love of beauty, so evident in Guadalajara's homes and gardens. The city blooms all year in a superb climate. Northward along the coast is this harbor city, Mazatlan, a favorite of sportsmen and vacationers. Mazatlan is an easy flight from just about anywhere. Many Californians make the scenic drive down to enjoy the fishing and big game hunting in the mountains. The secluded harbor is busy with fishing craft and ships that come from many ports. Game fishing for marlin and sails is big here. This was a pirate hangout long ago. It's easy to imagine the old treasure-laden galleons slipping into the bay. Mazatlan is a delightful town with its palm-lined avenues along the beach. What better way to see Mazatlan than by an araña? The colorful homes, the flowering trees, an araña is ideal for a leisurely look at the town. Less than an hour's flight from Guadalajara is the secluded tropical paradise, Puerto Vallarta. Another world, a separate place of sky and sea. There are no unsuccessful surf fishermen here. Just throw out a line. Fresh mackerel are broiled over an open fire and peddled by small beach boys. One adds a bit of the juice of the limon and proceeds in whatever manner that comes natural. Puerto Vallarta is a place to relax and to taste the leisurely, exciting life of the tropics. The waters are warm and gentle, ideal for water sports. Fishing or sightseeing along the coast are popular pastimes. Hotels share their tropical mountain backdrop with a cluster of palm-thatched huts on the beach. Excursions are part of the fun, to cruise to places accessible only by water, such as the tiny village of Yelapa, a lovely hideaway spot. A curving white beach of virginal beauty, remote, infinitely serene. There's always the sound of the sea, incessant, hypnotically alluring. The blue water challenges adventurers to discover the rocky inlets and the unexpected little beaches. A scene right out of the South Seas. Sundown. The boats at anchor. Pelicans dive for their dinner. is ending. And Mexico's nightlife begins. Delightful dining and entertainment. High lie, lightning fast. The magic of Mexico is climaxed by the magnificent Ballet Folklorico, internationally honored. They say that once the magic of Mexico touches your heart, you have no rest in any other land. Adios, hasta la vista, until we meet again.